Om Shanti, Morning Murli, 4 July 2022. Essence. Sweet children, Baba has come to make you 100 times fortunate. That is to make you into the masters of heaven. Your task is to make everyone the same as yourself. Question. What is the number one conference? And when does it take place? What is attainment received from this conference? Answer. The number one conference is the meeting of souls with the Supreme Soul at the confluence age. When this conference takes place, souls receive the inheritance of liberation in life from the Supreme Soul. This conference is called the True Gathering. The gathering of this Kumbh Mela is a first class conference. After this conference, there will be no more conferences or sacrificial fires or penance. All of those comes to end. Song. Mother, oh mother, you are the bestower of fortune. Om Shanti. You children heard the song of praise. You children understand that on the path of devotion, there is nothing but praise of whatever happened in the past. There is also praise of the world mother. The praise of the world mother is you are the bestower of fortune. Bhagya. This is praise and devotion. You do not sing praise or do devotion. You understand that only the Father is the bestower of 100-fold fortune. Saubhagya, 100-fold fortune, extreme fortune. The bestower of fortune and 100-fold fortune is only the one. There are none other. Only at this time do you know this. They just do devotion and sing praise. We are no longer devotees. We have become children of God. How we make our fortune and become a 100 times fortunate by following Srimad all depends on our efforts. At present, you are making effort to claim the inheritance from the father. You understand that all the children have to claim their inheritance from the one supreme soul. You are the ones who are fortunate, 100 times fortunate. That is, you are the bestower of fortune because you are the children of mother and father. It is also your task to make each human being fortunate, 100 times fortunate. To become 100 times fortunate means to become a master of heaven. Those who are 100% fortunate become master of heaven. But this is number wise. Only those of the sun dynasty may be called 100 times fortunate. The silver age is 2 degree less, and so it cannot be called heaven. It cannot be called sun dynasty. You children know that we have to become 100%, 100 times fortunate. We have to become princes and princesses in the Sun dynasty. This is a godly college. God is creator of world. This is a college for becoming the masters of world. God is teaching us. He says, I am teaching you. I make you into emperors of emperors, but it all depends on how you study. To whatever extent someone studies, so he will teach others to the same extent. Just as they are 100 times fortunate, so they will make others fortunate to the same extent. This is the task of you children. All Shiv Baba is the one who teaches you. All the rest, Brahma, Saraswati, and all Brahmin children study. All of you Brahmins know that we are to become deities once again. At present, Bharat has no religion. No one knows the deity religion. Not to your religion is considered to be irreligious. There is power in religion. When those of deity religion existed in the golden age, There was a lot of happiness. This is now Iron Age. You have to make efforts to go into Golden Age. You have to become liberated in life. You have to renounce your life of bondage. Remember heaven. Whether you say remembrance or yoga, it is the same thing. Yoga is called communication. Your yoga is only with one Shiv Baba. You do not have communication with anyone else except Shiv Baba. And so you must only remember him. Baba, you are so sweet. It wasn't even in our minds or our hearts that you would perform such wonders and give us the kingdom of heaven. You have to remember the Father, that is, have communication. No matter what the circumstances may be. Remember Baba, speak to Baba, everyone's communication is with that one. When any difficulties come, they say, Oh God, grant this one a longer lifetime. We have put in a request and it is now up to you. This is communion. This pilgrimage of remembrance only takes place once when the Father comes and teaches you. All other communication are taught by human beings to human beings. They go to gurus and say, Have mercy on us, forgive us, remove these calamities. You are now sitting with Baba. You can remember Baba and ask him, Baba, what can we do to this situation? Baba explains, Child, there is happiness and sorrow according to Brahma. Your communication is with the Father. Baba says, Child, this suffering is the result of your karma. I have now come to make you stage karmatit. You have to experience suffering and settle your account of karma. I will now teach you to perform very elevated actions. This communication is that of souls with the Supreme Soul. The Supreme Soul sits here and has communication with you souls. It is not possible anywhere else for the Supreme Soul to have communication with souls or for souls to have communication with Supreme Souls. Neither do they consider themselves to be souls, nor do they know the Supreme Soul. They just tell tall stories. Have you heard that the Supreme Soul is a star, or that an imperishable part is recorded in him? Have you ever heard such words before? They never have communication. They never have a conversation. They simply remember the Brahma element. It is not possible to have a conversation with the Brahma element. Conversation only takes place between souls. How would you converse with the sky? Souls that reside in the great element come down here to play their part. But how could they have communication with the land of Nirvana? That is just an element. Communication is only between soul and God. It is the soul that listens, it speaks through its organs. A body cannot do anything without a soul. This communication of soul with the Supreme Soul only takes place once. It is this that is praised. It is said, souls have been separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. Communication takes place now and then never again. Do the deities have communion? They never even stay in remembrance. Now you children understand that you souls have a connection with the Father. Everyone remembers the Father. O purifier, come. Souls say this to Supreme Father and the Supreme Soul, who enters this body at this time. He is called the bestover who gives peace. How can we go to the land of peace? The Father says, Children, I have come every cycle. I have to come every cycle to give you the inheritance of peace and happiness. They too remember him and say, O purifier, come. The father sits here and explains to the children, Children, you now have to come to me. souls have a huge burden of sins. It is souls that have to suffer for them. They are made to adopt bodies and given punishment. It is only then that a soul is able to feel. If somebody's body is hurt, it is the soul that feels the pain. It is said, a pure charitable soul or a sinful soul. But human beings do not have the knowledge at all with his body. Says, I have 7 children. Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is incorporeal. He says, I have come to this body. I have this many children. How many children is he grandfather of? Just calculate this. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, creates the human world through Brahma. Acha. Those whose child is Brahma, Shiv Baba's. It remains in the intellect that Supreme Father creates the world through Brahma. Brahma is not the creator. Only the incorporeal Supreme Soul, Shiv, can be called the creator. He comes and adopts you through Prajapita Brahma. He continues call you. Child, child, only you understand these things. This does not sit in everyone's intellect to the same extent. Only the Father gives the inheritance. He makes you worthy. Remember the Father. This is known as ancient yoga of Bharat, through which sins are absolved. And then your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. You become free from illness by having remembrance, and your lifespan increases. The reward is received by making effort. No one knows how they became the masters of heaven. They keep singing the praise, but none of them understand the meaning of it. They do a lot of worship and go on pilgrimages. Here it is completely peaceful. Although the Father is the ocean of knowledge, he says it is just a matter of a second. Simply remember me and the inheritance is definitely yours. Manmana Bhav, constantly remembering Shiv Baba, and Madhyaji Bhav, keeping your aim and objective in front of you. The rest is explanation in detail. You have been receiving that for a long time. Those people hold so many conferences. They hold religious conferences and yoga conferences. They are all useless. There is only the one Father who gives liberation in life in a second. When there is a conference of souls with the Supreme Soul, souls receive liberation from the Supreme Soul. It is sung. Souls have been separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time, and a beautiful meeting takes place when they find the Sadguru, the agent. The Father comes and makes the world new and makes us worthy of it. This is the number one conference. It is called Kumbh Mela. Kumbh also refers to the confluence. This meeting at the confluence age when the Supreme Soul comes and meets you souls in a first class conference. You receive liberation in life in a second. There will be no more conferences or sacrificial fires or penance. Everything is coming to an end. Conference of souls with the Supreme Soul is the number one conference. When a soul enters a body, it becomes a human being. Baba says, if I did not here enter this body, how could I introduce myself? How could I make how could I have become how could I make you into knowers of the three aspects of time and spinners of the discus of self realization? You say, we have become spinners of the discus of self realization. Human beings do not understand this. They have given the discus to Krishna as well as to Vishnu. They have put Krishna's name in Gita. Really, there is no question of a discus. Baba sits here and explains to you the secrets of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. This conference is first class. All other conferences that are held are a waste of time. The best conference is that human souls with supreme souls. Human souls remember to supreme soul. And so he would have definitely come into a human body. How else would he speak? That this is the best conference. When the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, comes and grants salvation to everyone, it would definitely be impure souls who hold a conference with the purifier, because only then would they become pure. These are such easy points to understand. The most elevated yoga is that of souls with the Supreme Soul, and it is only taught by Supreme Soul. When he comes, remember me constantly. O living souls, have you with me, your parlokic father, and all your sins will be absolved. When all the souls meet the Supreme Soul, he would definitely come and give the inheritance. Only the Father is the bestower of salvation and the bestower of liberation in life for all. No one else can tell you these things. When you tell others these things, they say, "We have never heard this before." You explain all of these things very clearly. These things are not even in the scriptures. But how could they be in the scriptures? The fathers say you receive liberation in life in a second. What would they learn from the scriptures? Baba is the death of all deaths. He takes the children back with him. He will definitely come and make you pure and then take you back with him. He is making you pure. Everyone is pure in golden age. He must definitely come at confluence age to make you pure. Your children understand that you children understand that it is now the confluence age of the cycle. The father has come to make you the communication with him. He says, "I have entered the ordinary body of Brahma." This Dada was not Brahma, although in reality he was originally a senior Brahmin. He renounced all of that. Creation now has to be created through Brahma, and so Brahma is needed. Baba himself says, "I have entered the body of Brahma." The one who is number one pure becomes number one impure. But that one becomes pure after taking full 84 births and he becomes an angel. The same applies to you. Brahmins then become deities. Those who make more effort receive a higher status. You are all benefactors. It is not just one Baba who brings benefit. Many helpers of God are needed. You are on Godfatherly service. The English words are very good. Although they don't enter heaven. They sing it is heavenly God the Father who established heaven. This is a matter of this is a matter for the intellect. Bharat was heaven, it is now taken as hell. No one else except the Father can establish heaven. Only when hell comes to an end does the Father come to take us back and send us to heaven. The Father has to come into hell to make us the masters of heaven. You are now sitting in between heaven and extreme hell. The rest are all in extreme hell. Only your children go to heaven through your efforts. Therefore, you should have a lot of happiness. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now founded children. Long remembrance, love remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Babdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. We children also say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharna. Have have true communion with the one father. Let your heart to heart conversation be with only the father. Only put your request to the Father and not to any human beings. Become helpers of God and show everyone the path to heaven. Become benefactors of all. Blessings. May you always have a right to supersensuous joy in Brahmin life by giving and receiving happiness. May you always have a right to supersensuous joy in Brahmin life by giving and receiving happiness. Those who have a right to supersensuous joy constantly swing in the swing of happiness with the Father. They would never have the thought, this one have caused me a lot of sorrow. They have promised not to cause sorrow or take sorrow. Even if someone forcefully causes it, you would not accept it. Brahmin soul is someone who is always happy. The duty of Brahmins is to give happiness and receive happiness. They are souls who are embodiments of happiness living in a world of happiness. Slogan: be humble and people will bow down to you and give you cooperation. Be humble and people will bow down to you and give you cooperation. अच्छा, Om Shanti.